Hello everyone, welcome to this Facebook Live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Today I would like to share with you about how to coach yourself from any solution, any problem to solution in just minutes using my Real Conversations method. My name is Bess McCarty. I am founder and coach with the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers, making network marketing simple. And for those watching the replay, by the way, I love if you typed in replay so that I can thank you. And this is I'm a coach for network marketing professionals, but I really am a coach for all people too, concerning career and health and relationships. Hello, Mahai, welcome. How are you? So good to see you. So a little bit about we're gonna cover in a minute the Real Conversations self-coach method, where you can get from any problem to solution in literally minutes. And it works in every situation, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual issue. Or of course with network marketing. I'll give some examples about that in a moment. So hello, Liesl, welcome. How are you? Good to see you here. Okay, so I hope this is very helpful for you today. First, I would like to give you a minute about my background. I used to be a network marketer for years, full-time, helped me raise my son as a single mom. Then my company closed. I went into, became a body-mind therapist for personal growth reasons. Not because just because I wanted to help people, but because I wanted to help myself as well. So I went to school at Body Mind College. It's a 2-year, 1,000-hour course to become a holistic health practitioner and body mind therapist, which included massage and counseling and emotional work with people. I developed an inner child system, classes that I taught there for 15 years after that. And so I was working for this time with students, with clients, with myself, and I had a lot of success moving myself and these people from problem to solution very fast. And I thought, ooh, I ought to maybe observe these steps and see, how did we do that? How did this happen so fast and so nicely? That any problem could be solved quickly and simply. And it's like, oh, of course. And so I wrote down the 4 steps. They are 4 simple steps. And I'll let you know it. I do have a chart on my Facebook page about this, but I'll go ahead and share with you the 4 steps right now. Hello, Lindy, welcome. Glad you're here. And anyone watching this, I'd love if you type in where you're from so I can welcome you from there. Anybody watching the replay, I'd love if you're at replay so that I can thank you. And if you know of anyone who would like to learn how to coach themselves, then I'd love if you share this, because this is going to be real cool, you guys. It's like the best thing that I teach. Hello, Johanna. Welcome. So glad you're here. Okay, so I just shared with you how I developed Real Conversations from experience and from like, oh, this worked well. Let me write this down. Thank you for the likes and loves. I appreciate it. And welcome, Ton. South Africa, Johanna. Welcome. Welcome, Hannah, she said. Okay, Hannah, welcome from South Africa. I love that this can reach everybody. And thank you, Lindy, for the heart and the likes and loves, everybody. So the 4 steps of Real Conversation. You might want to write this down or watch the replay. But the 4 steps of the Real Conversation, my trademark process to get you from problem to solution in minutes is: 1, you observe the problem. Number 2, you observe the emotion underneath that. Number 3, you find the need that's underneath that. And number 4, you find the solution to meet the need. So I'll go over those and explain each one in just a moment. And Ton, thank you from the kisses from Brazil. Thank you. I'll blush here. And Nasli Jacobs from South Africa. Wow. Do you guys know Liesl? Did she share this with you? If so, thank you. If anybody did share this, if you write share, I would like to thank you for doing that. Okay, the steps of 4 real conversations I mentioned, that you move from problem to feeling to need to solution. And I'll explain a little bit about that, about each one. First of all, the problem could be, I'll use, for example, with network marketers, let's say the problem could be not making your calls, procrastination, let's say. And by the way, this process can be used not only with you, but with your team. It can even be used with your children, your family, your friends, anybody. So this works for every situation. Ah, Liesl, thank you for sharing. Hannah said that you've been sharing this with people. Thank you. I could tell. South Africa is attending right now. Okay, this is a real good one that you shared with your team, because this can be used. They can learn to coach themselves with this, and also to coach their team with it too. So in essence, you guys are coaches, aren't you? Very much for your team. So I'm glad to share this method with you. Okay, real conversations method, 4 steps. Problem to feeling to need to solution, right? Simple. And I'll explain each one here. So the problem could be, let's say, procrastination, not making your calls. What network marketer hasn't faced that resistance at some time or other? So let's say that this is the problem. Now we go to the feeling underneath it. It might be anger, frustration, but usually there's fear underneath all of those emotions, isn't it? The reason we get to the emotion is because that can help cue us into the need underneath those feelings and underneath that behavior. So the first one could be the problem, the behavior, and the second is the feelings, and the third is the need. And the needs, that's where it gets tricky. That's where we kind of have to search and be a detective and say, what is my real need here? And a lot of times this hides from us because it makes us feel not loved. We're ashamed of our basic human needs. Hello, Gazelle. Welcome. Thank you for the likes and loves, everybody. Hey, if you're a network marketing pro, I'd love it if you typed pro in there. Not that you're full-time or anything, but if you're serious, if you're committed to yourself in this profession, helping other people, I'd love if you type pro in the comments. Also, where you're from, so I can welcome you from there. Also, if you share, so I can thank you for that. Okay, so the hunting the needs, that is the tricky part. And uncovering that is the art of this method and this process. When you uncover the need, then you can meet that need, and then the problem goes away. So it's that simple. And I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people to do this very successfully over 30 years. Okay, Lindy is a pro. Congratulations. Nasli is a pro. Awesome, you guys. Network marketing professionals. And Gazelle from Arizona. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. So the reason, I've been called the shrink of MLM, and I really like that. And the reason is because I really am able to help people get out of their stuck places fast, like as fast as Tony Robbins. And when I saw his work, I thought, oh, that's pretty much what I do as a body-mind therapist. Get there real fast. Why wait? Why go to therapy and wait, weeks and years? Although there's a place and need for that too. So welcome, Tyrone. Where are you from? So helping people to break through stuck places is my specialty, and it's often able to be self-coached. And that's what we're teaching today. So the third step is the tricky one, really. That's the kind of hidden one where we have to kind of be a Sherlock Holmes detective and get underneath there and find the need that's hiding underneath that problem. One way to find it is to identify the feeling, and then that kind of gives us a clue perhaps to what's underneath that. Hello, James. Welcome. How are you doing today? So James is a member of the MLM Millionaire Club, a very long-time member of it. About 10 years you've been in there, right, James? So a very wonderful student. it was when James and I worked together and we did some of this mindset work and clearing, and he did a challenge, and his company literally said, "What got into you?" He just took off. Very committed, very focused, committed, detailed, wonderful, caring man, James O'Connell. So welcome, James. You want to say hi? You want to type in a comment, a word of inspiration to people? What motivates you? Word of advice, motivation for people? I can share that with the group. So we are down to the step number 3. Remember the 4 steps of Real Conversation Self-Coach Method is the problem or the behavior. Then is the need underneath that. Then the problem or the behavior, the negative behavior that you want to change. Then is the feeling under that, the negative feeling under that. And then is the need under that, the unmet need. Because under every negative behavior and feeling, there is an unmet need, a basic human need. We find that need, we solve it, the behavior or the problem goes away. It's that simple. It's real. That's how we can move in minutes, from a stuck place to freedom to solution in minutes, you guys. You find that the need and meet that need in a healthy way. Hi, Jeffrey. Welcome. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Thanks for the likes and loves, everybody. Okay, so to find the need, I have actually studied all the people who have taught needs, including Maslow and a whole group of people, and I put my own into that to learn about all the human needs. So we find the need, the unmet need. There's always an unmet need. Whenever there's a problem or negative emotion, there's always an unmet need. And we find that need and meet it. Bingo. Problem disappears, no matter how serious it was. So how do we find that need? It could be a physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual need. But let's walk you through an example with these in the case of network marketing. Let's say not making our calls, procrastination. We might look and see, well, what's the emotion under that? It could be frustration, anger, embarrassment, shame, but underneath all that stuff usually is fear. And so then we look and see what the need underneath that is. I often find that the need, when I work with network marketers with this issue, that the need often is self-esteem. And to know that they are separate from the other person's value, opinions, or answer that they get when they approach people about their business. So the need could be self-esteem, validation. And I suggest that they look in the mirror for 1 minute before making their calls and say, I am valuable and lovable, even if the other person says no. My prospect says no that I'm offering to share my business with them. Even if they don't see the opportunity, even if they turn this down for themselves, my value and lovability remains intact. That is separate from anybody else's opinion, behavior, answer, response to me. And that frees them up to know that this is not about them, of course. Another need that might be there might be skills. Because when we know what we're doing and we're practiced and we feel comfortable with that, our confidence goes up. So the fear could be that I really don't know how to do this correctly. So it may be skills. And Mihai says the roots of problems are something we're doing or talking. When we think we're in front of a problem, in reality we're in front of the consequences of those things we've talked. And there's more, but I'm going to have to read that on the site. Thank you, Mihai. You always bring these words of wisdom to us. And I'll be able to read the rest of that in a little bit. Thank you so much. Yeah, fear is just, something that's not real, isn't it? It's not real. So when we uncover the real need underneath that, then the problem goes away. And welcome, Ellen. How are you doing? Where are you calling in? Where are you watching in from? Welcome today. So another example, let's walk through again that the 4 steps of real conversation are the problem, the feeling under that, the need under that, and then find a solution to meet that unmet need. Because whenever there's a problem, unhappiness in your life, anything negative, there's an unmet need there. And our job, if we self-coach ourselves, or when I coach someone, is to search and find the need that's underneath that, and then you meet the need. Hello, Jim. Welcome. Jim Bailey is another member of the MLM Millionaire Club, and he's a very committed a network marketer, definitely a network marketing pro, and he is active every day sharing his business with people, and I expect to see, he's joined the club a few months back at the school, and is very active and committed and very participating, very caring person too. So I expect to see him. Just watch Jim Bailey. He's going to be fun to watch. Watch his smoke. Would you like to say hi, Jim? Would you like to say a word? Jim's from Colorado, I know. Why don't you type in pro if you consider yourself a network marketing professional, even if you're not full-time, if you're committed to doing this and to doing this professionally. I love if you type in pro. If you're watching the replay, love if you type that so that I can thank you for that. And if you share with someone that you know would like to get past their stuck places, a friend, a team member, anyone, would you write share so that I can thank you for sharing this? Okay, so the 4 steps, again, real conversation, are problem, to feeling, to need, to the solution. And let's look at another problem in network marketing that, let's say that you have a team member who just disappears. They're missing in action, and you would like to help them. So then you can find out, you can talk with them and say, would you like to be coached for a little bit? You had a dream when you first came to network marketing, when you first enlisted with me, enrolled with me. You had a dream. Do you still have that dream? And they'll probably say yes. And then you can say, would you like to be coached for a few minutes to see what's in the way? And then they might say, well, it's the behavior, the step 1 is they're missing in action. Okay, then the feeling under that might be discouragement, because perhaps their mate has been downplaying network marketing, or doesn't support them or think a lot of them. That actually happened to me. It was my fiance at the time, a few years, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when I first decided that my niche was to coach network marketers and bring my body-mind therapy experience to network marketers, because I was one and I love them, and you guys are my heroes, and you just inspire me, all the personal growth that you face in yourself every day and the growth that you do. So I wanted to, on advice to pick a niche, I chose network marketers. And after a little time, I realized that my fiance was ashamed of me. And, we go to company dinners together with his work and his company, and he would not want people to know that I coach network marketers. That I was a coach was okay, but it was sort of a stigma. And I had to, I did some soul searching for a couple of weeks when I realized that, do I still want to do I want to do something that my fiance is going to be ashamed of, and ashamed of my work? So I had to really review that. It kind of took me back and shocked me a bit with the MLM stigma that's out there. Probably less than 10 years ago. There's probably less now than there was 10 years ago. But I really had to face that. And after a couple of weeks of researching and finding all the goods and bad opinions on the internet about network marketing, I finally decided, yes, this is a good profession, and I am behind it, and people need it in this economy, and it's the best chance that people have for a better life. And I want to be an advocate of network marketing and coach people how to do this well, so that they can change their life and change many other people's lives. And I want to do it generically. I'm not going to be in a company. I'm going to that way reach more people than I could if I was in a company, and I'll do a better job than if I was dividing my time half and half between my own personal team and all the people that I coach in network marketing. So that was my process that I went through. So what was my feeling was shame or embarrassment, and my need was the clarity and commitment. And let's see, I got that. The solution to that for me was doing research and talking with people and getting clear in myself about my own feelings about it. Now, I wasn't married, but if I was within a family, you'd have to come to some peace with it, right? And I would put the marriage first, although in my case, I put my own inner guidance first. And I'm glad. And ended up not marrying this person. And so it worked out. In a marriage, you have to kind of figure that out and decide that. However, a lot of mates have changed their minds when their network marketing partners started being successful and making money. So that's one way to change and get the partner on board and support you, is to live up to your commitments. Do it for real. Become a pro. And there's a very good chance that they will then get on board, become proud of you, and understand more about this profession. Also, bringing them to generic events or even your company events might help them to realize the validity of this profession. And watching Eric Worre's Rise of the Entrepreneur very, very much validates this profession. His DVD, which you can find on his site, networkmarketingpro.com. So that's how it would help. If someone on my team was missing in action, I would find out why, and if it was due to this, I would lead them through those 4 steps of real conversation and find out what their feeling is, what their need is underneath that, and we would find a solution to meet that need. That could save their life. They could turn the course of their life if they understood this and how to meet that need instead of feeling stuck and settling for being stuck. Because there's no need to feel stuck, you guys. There's a solution for every problem in life. Has anyone here ever experienced a problem that you did not find a solution to? Go ahead and type that in. I challenge you to. And if you haven't found the solution, I think that you haven't followed it all the way through yet. But I have experienced myself that life does not give us problems without solutions. It just wants us to develop our creative muscle and find those. So I found that Real Conversations is a way to do that. When we understand the human needs, I'm going to read the needs to you. The physical needs that we all need to have met are, air, food, water, rest, shelter, exercise, touch, nature, and there's more, but those are some. The emotional needs: love, affection, warmth, compassion, assurance, support, trust, stability, security, safety, encouragement, interdependence, cherishing, play, celebration, expression of emotions, and self-esteem. And I'm now going to read the mental and spiritual, but as I read, maybe you could just see, am I missing any of those? Does any of those sound like something that I'm wanting in my life or lacking in my life? If so, then it'll show up as a problem. So we find, remember, every problem is just a sign of an unmet need. Okay, mental. The needs that all of us need as humans are attention, acknowledgement, recognition, acceptance, consideration, appreciation, understanding, empathy, respect, honesty, autonomy, competence, confidence, learning, validation. Spiritual needs that we all have. We all are human. We all have all these needs, just like a plant needs light and air and food and water and all that. We need all these things. So it's not bad to need them, although we were often put down for having needs as children. You shouldn't need attention, you're selfish and all that. So that's where we learn to hide our needs, and that's why it takes being a detective to uncover it sometimes. And if anyone has trouble uncovering a need under a problem, that's where I help. And I'll post a link when I'm finished where you can find my help. So spiritual needs to be met: divine love, connection with a higher power, or whatever you call it, guidance, being, beauty, harmony, inspiration, order, balance, peace, serenity, integrity, authenticity, creativity, spontaneity, meaning, self-worth, renewal, responsibility, to belong, to contribute, community, cooperation. These are all needs that we all need. And to the degree that we meet them, we're happy. To the degree that we don't, we have the problems that show up. So anybody getting value out of this? If you are, I'd love if you type in a takeaway. Anybody get a takeaway, that one thing that you can use in your life? I'd love if you type that in. Anybody have a question about this process? I'd love if you type that in, then I can answer it. Anybody have a comment or suggestion, a tip that's worked for you to help you get from stuck to freedom again and movement in your life, in your business, in your relationships? I love if you type that in. So I'll wait just a minute for any questions. I will post a link. The way that I help people is with, in my School for Network Marketers, as you know, we do cover all this, plus the 7 skills. And for those who need those skills that we were talking about before so they can have the confidence to talk to people, we role play and practice every week with the 7 skills in network marketing that Eric Worre teaches in his GoPro book. So you can, that's one way I help people is in my school. We had 2 of the school members on today attending. Thank you guys. Any comments about the school, if you're still on? Love to hear them. And another way that I help network marketers is private one-to-one coaching, because sometimes you want that, or you don't want to, there's confidential things you don't want to talk about in a group. So, or you want to go faster than you can with the group work. So that's where private coaching comes in. And a third way that I help network marketers is help them through challenges. 30, 60, 90-day challenges. I perfected that over the last 5 years and helped some people to get to 6 figures, and that's real thrilling. That's real exciting. So I will post a link about these things. And any questions before we go? Okay, I thank you each for being here, and I will post this replay. Again, if you watch the replay, I'd love if you type that in. If you share, I'd love to thank you for that. Thank you for the likes and loves, everybody. It looks like some people are still hanging on. Liesl, take yourself out of the equation, listen to people's problems, be the solution. Yeah, that's hard for a leader to do sometimes, isn't it? To step aside, not take things personally, think of what can be the solution. Take your mind off the problem and off the fear long enough to come up with the solution. So thank you, Liesl. Take yourself out of the equation. Listen to people. And Hannah says, "Ooh, awesomeness." I know I've thrown a lot out here. Perhaps the replay will help, and the link that I'll post. Love to you guys. Thank you for sharing network marketing. Nosley says this is real value. Good. I hope so. This is something that I've been teaching for 20 years. And it works. I use it every day. I use Real Conversations every day to get from a stuck place to a movement, freedom place. And Liesl says, yep, but worth it. 2 ears. And Nosley says, my first time, thank you. Thank you for being here, Nosley. Liesl, thanks for sharing with your team. You are awesome. You are an example and a role model of a great leader. Passing on to your team what can help them. Beautiful. Servant leader. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Any last minute comments before we close here? I'll post the replay and post those links for you. Thank you for the loves. Thank you for the loves. This stuff works, you guys. The Real Conversations process works. For 20-some years, for me, students and clients, every day gets you real fast moving, because you really don't want to waste an hour or a day or a week of your work, do you? Of your life, when you could be making your life better and helping other people make their lives better. So this is the way to get there quick. And I've helped people that have been in years in psychology, and one session with me, they got further than 10 years and with their psychologist. So this is one of the ways it really works. Hannah can see this is so a part of your life. Yeah. Yeah. It's in my being. So this is the part that I bring to network marketers. After being a network marketing full-time for years, Then my company closed, and I go into body mind school and therapy 30 years ago. And so now, well, starting 10 years ago, I bring this personal growth work and body mind therapy to network marketers. I'm combining my two loves. So I'm in heaven. And I love teaching this to network marketers because you guys are my heroes. You face yourself every day. It's personal growth work every day, isn't it? So I love giving you these tools. So I have two tools that I give. One is the mindset and one is the skills. I teach both in my school. I love doing both because the skills is really all about communication and leadership. So it's quite a thrill. Nosley says, I would certainly become part of this group. I need to develop more confidence. Oh, well, the school. I'll post a link for the school too. It is fantastic. We have a lot of fun in there, role playing every single week. I toss tough situations at them. We learn the 7 skills: how to find people to talk to, how to invite them to your business, how to present, including telling your story, how to follow up, including handling any of the top 19 objections real easily, and then how to close. I have my favorite closing techniques, which are kind of make it a no-brainer, and then how to train people right so they get success right away, and that's real important, especially now, immediately, or else they'll leave, right? Within the first weeks even. You want to have them fast success. And the 7th and last skill is getting people to events. That's the one that makes you most money. So Eric Worre says, yeah, you make $1,000 for every person you bring to an event. But I think it's more than that down the road. You really do make more than that eventually per person you bring to an event, local or company or anything. So Lizel says, you bring so much love, Bess. Oh, thank you. You do too. Takes one to know one. And that's why you're successful. Yep, that's why you are too. I know. The love is really what business is all about. I'm so glad it's okay to use that word in business nowadays. And would love to know about the school. Okay, Hannah, I will post a link for you about the school. And also, Lizel, I will offer a free workshop for your team. So you are a good leader. I will do that for you. And if anybody else wants them, just private message me. I will offer a free workshop for your team, how to always get a yes. Be glad to do that. Okay, Lizel says your keyboard's freezing. So, yeah, technology, huh? Thank you again for the likes and loves. Let's do some more fun stuff together. I have a lot of free tools I can get to you guys, and I want to support you because people need you in this economy. It's the best chance. Your company, your business, network marketing is the best chance people have for a better life that I've seen anywhere. Can anybody tell me a better avenue or a better chance? I can't. So, Mihai says, fears are a bunch of bad memories created by something we've done, the consequence of something we've done or talked. And he wrote more. So I'm going to read that when I get done. I really value what you share with us. Always a lot of wisdom. Hello, Ben. Welcome. We're just concluding, so I hope, Ben, that you can watch the replay. It's just jam full of really, really good stuff. How to get from problem to solution real fast in minutes. How to self-coach yourself and your team. And so I will post as well a little chart about that for you guys. Okay, I'm going to post the Real Conversations 4-step chart that contains the needs that I just read here. I'm going to post that chart for you guys. So now you got some hot tools in your hot little hands. And I hope they help you for a better life and to coach your team, family, and friends, and share this with them too. Hello, Kareem. Welcome. We're just concluding now, so I'm going to sign off and post the replay for you to see. Okay? Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love, lots of helps and gifts for you. Make your life better. Business, share it with people. Take care, everybody. Thank you for all you do. Bye-bye.